to another episode of Yvette's Empowerment Show. Today we're going to dive in to get you guys to kind of change your mindset about your life, different aspects that are going on in your life that you may want to change and you don't know how to change or don't have the power to change. So we're going to dive into that, and we're going to have a great time. So I'll see you in a minute. So welcome back. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Yvette, and this is Yvette's Empowerment Show. We talk about everything that is spiritual in the mundane world to get you guys to try to tap into living a spiritual life in a mundane world and how to adapt. So today's episode, we're going to be talking about different aspects of your life that you may want to change, that you don't like. It could be a job, it could be your relationship, in different many ways, such as friendships, situationships, marriages, or just any type of relationship with your children, your spouse, significant other, friendships, whatever. And it could be about living situations. It could be, like I said, about jobs, careers, whatever, that you just don't know how to go about changing it. You know what I'm saying? So my motto is, if there's anything about your life that you don't like, you have the power to change it. Nobody else. You have the power. So what does that mean for you? That means that you have to figure out what it is that you want to change and how you want to change it. Let's say, for instance, you don't like your boss. You don't like your boss. Okay, your boss has been there for years. They're not going anywhere. You could be fired any day, that you're replaceable. So instead of them firing you, you fire yourself. You start looking for you another job. Maybe you have to develop new skills. Maybe you have to go to school. Maybe you have to, learn a new skill. Maybe you have to move to a different city or state, to get the job that you're looking for. And there are different ways of doing this. You just have to have that mindset as whatever it is about the job or about the boss that you don't like, you don't have to take that. Maybe you've set boundaries and they still keep crossing your boundaries. So therefore, okay, so you keep crossing my boundaries, so now I have to go the next step, take the next mile, take that next initiative to go about changing myself, removing myself from the situation, which means you have to go back to school. You have to move to a different location. Maybe where it took you, let's say, 5 minutes to get to work, now it's going to take you an hour. But is that worth the peace? And the agony that you're going through, the unhappiness, that dreadful thing about, God, I sure do hate to go to work today. I don't, I'd be so glad when I don't have to do this anymore, or I just wish this person would just leave, that type of thing. Who wants to go to work like that? It should be a happy time or a joyful time, or at least somewhat enjoyable about going to work. And then maybe it's not the people there. Maybe it's the work itself. Maybe you're tired of doing this work. Maybe you just got this job because you needed to put food on the table and pay bills, have a roof over your head. Maybe it was that. Maybe it was a stepping stone to get to the next stop. But what I'm saying is that you cannot let that deter you from having the life that you want to live. It's up to you to change it. You can't wait on anybody else to do anything for you. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the applications. You have to take the initiative to go to school, learn the work, and finish the program. And then after you finish the program, you have to apply yourself into getting the job. Okay, then once you get the job, you have to apply yourself further and to actually do the work that you're trained to do, you know. And you have to apply that to every aspect of your life. Okay, you don't need permission to want more. If your life feels heavy, stuck, or not you, that's information. It's not a life sentence. It's not something that you have to stay there and be stuck. You don't have to take these situations. That's like you're in a marriage. You guys are no longer getting along. You know? So now you have to take that initiative to make that move to maybe you guys go to marriage counseling. Maybe you guys sit down and talk things out. You know, try to get help. Try to have arbitration. You know, do all the necessary things that you want to do to save your marriage. Okay, well, maybe sometimes it doesn't work. Maybe you guys agree to disagree and say, okay, this is we're at this point in our marriage now to where we just might as well go our separate ways. Okay, so that's an agreement. That's fine. Okay, so now you make the necessary steps. You get your apartment for whoever is going to move out. Okay, if you guys decide to sell the house, whatever it is, you have to make the necessary steps. You have to take the initiative to take care of you. You can't wait on anybody else to do it. Okay, and the hard truth, plus the hope, you may not control what happened to you, but you can control what comes next. Okay? I hope you guys understand that. You have the power within you to control what comes next. Your life is not destined to be this straight and narrow, that you know you got to go here, there, or whatever. It is whatever you deem it to be. And if you had decided to go right and right's not working, or it's not looking like right is supposed to look, you could choose to go straight, you could choose to go left. It does not matter. Does not matter at all. So the power starts with awareness. Name what you don't like. Like I said, it could be relationships, it could be habits, it could be money, it could be a mindset, an environment. And it's without you shaming yourself. Okay? And I will have to say that the first step to doing this whole process is you need to change your mindset. You need to change your mindset into and stop thinking that I can't do this unless this happens, or I can't do this until this shows up. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You'll be waiting forever. That's playing the waiting game. You'll be waiting forever. And you'll be stuck in that same situation. You know, you have to, sometimes, you know, I have done 5 and 6 things at one time. And a lot of times that does not work out in my favor. And then sometimes it does. You know, you just have to figure out what works for you. And doing multiple things at once can hinder you if you're not used to it, and if you are not structured in that way, you're not wired that way. You can teach yourself how to be wired that way. You can, and if you're a single parent, mother or father, you know how to multitask. You know how to multitask, and that's all I'm saying. You may have to work a job while you go to school. You may have to work 2 jobs while you build this business. That's multitasking. That's doing 2 or more things at once. A lot of us know how to do that because in today's society, prices and the cost of living is so high that you have to do that. You cannot live off of one job. That is just insane. And it doesn't matter if you're a millionaire or not. If you're a millionaire, you're still doing 2 or more things at once. I mean, let's just be real. They're out there building multi-million-dollar companies and trying to buy somebody else's company. What? Yeah, no. Don't let people tell you that you have to you just focus on just this. Why don't you just focus on this one and get this one off the ground? And then, no. You start to structure for one. Okay? Say like you're working a job. Okay, so now you're working this job. So you take 1 or 2 classes at night or on the weekend or whenever. Do an online class, go as self-paced. Do you know as you finish one and you go to the next one and the next one, do you know that you will look up one day and be like, God, it didn't take me no time to finish that. Yeah, really. Now you've got something else that you can fall back in, that you can fall into. It's just that simple. But you have to make that first move to get it started. So you want to ask yourself the real question. What is this costing me to keep? Is it costing me my peace, my confidence, my time, my health, or my joy? So you'd rather stay in something that's comfortable in order to be uncomfortable for a little while so that you can be at your level of comfort. Me, myself, I'd rather be uncomfortable right now so that I can build myself to get to where I am comfortable. And with the administration going the way it is and everything coming out in the media, it's making us uncomfortable and it's making us have choices. Do you want to continue with this? Or what you gonna do to change it? You see what I'm saying? So this is not about, this person did this. No, we're not gonna play the blame game. We're not gonna play the blame game. We're going to, as an individual, we're going to change ourselves. If everybody change their self, we change as a society as a whole. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, those are just some things to like look at. And so in the spiritual aspect, so this is a reset that we're going through, and we just have to ride that wave. You know what I'm saying? We just got to ride it out. And yes, it's uncomfortable. It is. It's uncomfortable. And it's sad to see a lot of things that are coming to light that we always suspected and some of us had in the back of our mind or whatever. And then you hear little things here and there, conspiracy theories or whatever. But, it's whatever is done in the dark, it's going to come to the light. It doesn't matter if it's years, eons ago, whatever, it's eventually going to come out. And you just have to learn how to listen, apply that to your life, whether it may be as protecting you and your loved ones from things like that, so that it does not happen to you, so you don't get caught up in it. And also, so you know how to move. This government is showing us how to move. So as spiritual beings, we have to use discernment, follow our intuition, and learn how to move. And since they want to cater to big business, why don't we take big business and apply it to our individual selves? We become the corporation, okay? And treat ourselves like that. Stop waiting for them to help you. Nobody's coming to save us. I don't care, you could be polka dot. I'm just saying. Nobody's coming to save you. So you be the savior for yourself and for your family. Because if you can't help your family and nobody else unless you help yourself. Okay? So you have to be the one to follow the light and get out of this situation of whatever you don't like. So your life changes when your choices change. It could be small choices, and they count more than any big speech. More than any big speech. Okay? And stop waiting for motivation. Build momentum. I'm going off my notes, y'all. Build momentum. Pick one tiny action you can do daily, even on low energy days. So when you feel drained, when you feel tired, that is your body telling you to rest. And it's okay to rest. Go take a nap. Just do nothing. Okay? Do nothing. And it is okay. It is perfectly okay. And you just need to take, when you feel like that, you just need to take one action. And like I said, just rest. It could be just to do nothing. Doing nothing is action. Doing nothing is absolutely an action. Okay? And I mean, identify your patterns. What do you keep repeating because it feels familiar, even if it hurts? Me, myself, I keep starting this diet all over again. And so I stopped dieting, and then I started doing the body contouring that I use in the salon to help girls and men, to prevent them from getting these little surgeries, tummy tucks, liposuction, whatever the case may be. Because that's not healthy. And facelifts, it's not healthy. I mean, we already see what it's doing to people on social media, and Hollywood. They've been getting surgeries for years, okay? And what's it done for them? It just made them look like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I'm just gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna do the natural way, okay? And with me is when you do that, I teach you how to. I teach I perform the services, and I teach you the lifestyle to keep it up. But for me, it's been hard because I love chocolate, I love to eat, I love my Pepsis, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I still drink all my water and everything. Oh, excuse me. But I have my little quirks and stuff that, that it's kind of hard for me, to kind of get away with, because it feels familiar. It's comforting, is what I'm used to. But you've got to get out of that. Me included. Okay? Me included. Got to get out of that. And your boundaries are a life upgrade. You can love people and still choose distance limits or new standards. So, in other words, always set healthy boundaries. Tell people what it is that you will not accept and what you will accept, okay? You got to draw that line in the sand. And I'm sorry you dare them to cross it. Because if you do cross it, there's going to be consequences. And you may not like the consequences, but here it is. Because I guarantee you, at the end of the day, they're going to do the same thing with you. Okay? So why not just put it out there? Why not just be the first one to be like, look, this is how it's going to be. I need time to myself, to rest, to relax. I just want to be by myself. If that's what it is, whatever it is, you may just want to take a spa day to yourself. Be like, you know what, this is my time. Or you may want to go out with your friends, or take a vacation with your friends, or whatever the case may be, or just go out to dinner. Whatever it is, draw boundaries. Be like, look, don't call me after 9 o'clock at night. I'm getting ready for the next day. Like I said, whatever it is, learn to set these healthy boundaries. And then your words are spells. Pay attention to the self-talk of how you talk to yourself. If you talk to yourself negatively, that's how you are allowing other people to talk to you. That's how other people are going to view you. Say, if you want somebody to treat you nice and to treat you sweetly, you need to talk to yourself like that. Put that spell over yourself. Okay? And set limits to how people talk to you too. Those are boundaries you could set. How people talk to you. Healing is a part of changing. You can't build a new life while clinging to the old pain. You have to use that. I want you guys to use pain. Some of you are not changing your life or are afraid to change your life because you're not in enough pain. And I know how that sounds. I know how it sounds. But I guarantee you, if you were in enough pain, you make that change. You would stop settling and be like, this is all I can do. I just have to wait for this to happen. I have to wait for that to happen. You don't have to wait for anything to happen. If you're in enough pain, you will make that change. Okay? To the point where I cannot take it anymore. I cannot do this. I refuse to let this happen. I refuse to go back to this situation or whatever it is. Okay? And just say, I'm learning, I'm choosing, and I'm becoming. And I have arrived. That is my favorite. I have arrived. Because that life that you want, that situation that you want, that job that you want, that dress in the window that you want, that you think you can afford, it's already there. You just have to change your mindset and to change your daily life. Change one thing. Just start with one thing to change. And as soon as you change that, pick another thing to change. That is how you slowly step into the life that you want to have or that you think you deserve. This is how you start being there for you and stop waiting on other people. Nobody is going to come save you. This ain't Captain Save a How. Okay? Nobody is going to come save you. Save yourself. You'll be Captain Save a How for you. Okay? Replace someday with a date. Choose one change you're committing to this week and put it on the calendar. So give yourself a timeline. Okay. By March 15th, I'm going to be moved out and da 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 da. You start making the necessary changes because you know that that is your deadline to where you have to be and where you need to be. And then you're going to make it practical, a quick power test. You're going to breathe, hand on heart, and ask, what do I need right now? And what's one step? So you deep breathe and you calm your parasympathetic nervous system. You're calm. And you just think and you ask the universe, what is it that I need to change right now? And what's the first step to take to go about that change? Expect discomfort because it's not easy. That's why I told you, you need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That is the only way change happens. You have to be uncomfortable with being comfortable. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. I know it's a tongue twister. Yes. And then celebrate the evidence. It's not perfection. You know what I'm saying? It's not perfection. Nobody's perfect. No, it's not going to be perfect. Before I started doing YouTube videos, it took me almost 2 years because I could not get that perfect video. I wanted to do this, and if you go back and look at some of my earlier videos on my other channel, you will see that I was stumbling. And if you guys catch me on live sometimes I got like one person in there because I have no idea what to say. These little podcasts right here, this podcast channel, I have been starting this channel for a year now. And I've only got 2 videos. If you go back and see the trailer or the first video, it is from last year. Because I'm trying not to be a perfectionist, so I'm not going to keep saying I'm a perfectionist. I am not a perfectionist. You know, I used to be a perfectionist. Because we're leaving everything in the past and we're moving forward. This is what we're doing today. And this is what I want you guys to start saying. Today is the day that I'm moving forward. I'm making this plan. I'm going to start doing this today. I'm going to start doing that tomorrow or next week or whenever it is. And you're going to set deadlines. Even if you have to, you guys are with these little apps and stuff. There's an app for that. A date calendar. Okay? Put it on there. Put it on Google Calendar, whatever. Go buy a small calendar or whatever you need to do to keep that date and set an alarm on it and be like, look, this is my deadline. The first step of my life is going to change. And then you celebrate it. You celebrate all your small wins. Take yourself to dinner. Okay, and if you can't afford that, just go take yourself and have a little coffee or tea or something. Do something nice for yourself to celebrate that win. And remember, you are not behind. You're waking up. Some of you are still waking up. Some of you have started waking up. And for those of you that woke up years ago when we had that mass wake up in 2020 with the pandemic, it's time for y'all to stop waking up, okay? You guys are woke up, you healed. Now it's time to put action and to start moving forward. Y'all the ones that sitting still. You got to get up and get moving because it's time to go. You can't be sitting still no more. So, DM Power, if you guys want a simple 7-day reset plan or journaling prompts. If you guys are having trouble and are stuck somewhere, I can give you journal prompts, okay? I can give you a plan. I have a plan. I'll link it in the description. In the description. What are words? What are words? I'll link it in the description so that you guys can download it, and you'll have this plan that you can know what is my first step, and just go from there. Because you guys may not know how to do this. You may not know where to start. So this way you can just start. You can just start going. Okay. So thank you guys, and I will see you guys next week. And have a wonderful weekend, and blessed be, and keep your vibrations high. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.